Empowering Teachers and Students, a conversation on transforming school roles and reform. Hello, I would like to begin a conversation about the evolving roles of teachers and students in education. It should be obvious that traditional school models, where teachers act as authorities and students as passive recipients of knowledge, limit engagement, creativity, and true learning. But doesn't it follow that if we want education to be more dynamic, innovative, and meaningful, we must shift toward a system where both teachers and students have greater agency in the learning process? I have observed that schools function best when learning is collaborative rather than hierarchical. Can you imagine how much more engaged students would be if they had a voice in shaping their own education, rather than simply following preset curricula? Wouldn't it be more powerful if teachers acted as facilitators, guiding students through exploration, discovery, and self-directed inquiry, rather than just delivering information? When students are actively involved in shaping their learning, they develop a deeper sense of motivation, responsibility, and curiosity. Doesn't it follow that teachers, too, need more flexibility, autonomy, and professional support? Too often, professional development focuses on strict adherence to curriculum mandates rather than fostering adaptability, innovation, and continuous learning. It should be obvious that teachers should not just be trained to follow policies, but to think critically about how best to support their students. What if teachers were given greater freedom to design creative, student-centered lessons and collaborate with peers to develop new approaches to learning? Wouldn't it be more effective if teacher development focused on mentorship, collaboration, and leadership rather than rigid instruction methods? It is time now to redefine the student-teacher relationship as a partnership in learning. Can you imagine the transformation if students were given great ownership over projects, the ability to make choices about their learning, and opportunities to co-create knowledge with their teachers? What if schools incorporated student-led initiatives, self-directed learning projects, and open discussions where students and teachers learn from each other? Wouldn't it be more powerful if education was a space of shared discovery rather than a top-down transfer of information? I have observed that education systems that empower teachers and students create learning environments that are more engaging, meaningful, and innovative. Doesn't it follow that if we want better learning outcomes, we must create schools where teachers feel supported and students feel heard? It should be obvious that education is most effective when teachers are lifelong learners themselves, continuously evolving and adapting alongside their students. What if schools prioritized collaborative professional development, cross-disciplinary learning, and reflective teaching practices? Wouldn't it be more effective if schools were places of growth for both teachers and students, where learning never stops? The future of school reform depends on moving beyond rigid structures and embracing a more dynamic, participatory model of education. It is time now to empower teachers to innovate and students to take charge of their learning. Doesn't it follow that if we truly want to prepare students for a changing world, we must first redesign schools as places where both educators and learners thrive together? The challenge isn't whether this change is necessary. It's whether we are ready to shift from control-based schooling to a system that nurtures agency, creativity, and shared learning.